None of us enter a relationship expecting or wanting to be involved with a narcissist. For whatever reason, it does happen. But we don't go looking for it. This is not something that we want. This is something that, after pain and heartache and confusion, we come to terms with. We realize, oh dear, where am I? Where have I found myself? Who have I got myself entangled with? And how did I not see it? How have I got here? And how was my road not clear? How was I not able to prevent this? Part of it is because, in my opinion, it is such a difficult thing to come to terms with. Like I've recently said, once you know the pattern, once you've seen it, it's not that hard to detect. You can pinpoint it. You just have to know what you're looking for. You have to be willing to accept what you see as truth. You have to be able to have enough insight and information into the person. Maybe watch their behavior for a while so you can compare and test. It's a sophisticated approach that they take, but it's not rocket science. You can see it if you know what you're looking for. But if you're not at that place in your life, if you don't know what you're looking for, because you haven't seen the travesty of this way of being and living, if you've not seen it with your own eyes, felt the very real results of this when it's played out, you won't understand what you're looking at, and you won't believe it. Because anything is better than believing that. Or that's the way it feels, at least. The narcissistic MO is such an inversion of what it is to be a healthy, functional human being, and to live and love in the way humans do within a society, a tribe, a group that is sustainable. It is the complete inversion of that. In a normal society, people contribute freely for the good of the group. There's always ups and downs, we know it. But we understand that when we give and we contribute and we care for each other, that we can make more and better situations for ourselves, with ourselves, among ourselves. We know this. This is how we're all still here. 8+ billion of us, apparently. But enough of us, right? Because we weren't living ruthless, cutthroat, underhanded. We weren't taking from the very people that were loving us and looking after us. We weren't trying to destroy those who took us in, who forgave us when we didn't deserve it. No, we had gratitude. No, we had respect. And this is how communities and systems can perpetuate and grow, and all can benefit. But narcissism, especially in its covert forms, which are so insidious, so underhanded, the very people that would give them the time of day, love them, care about them, these are the ones that they bring down. You will never be better off after you've been with a narcissist than before. You'll always be worse off. The narcissist will be way better off because they would have taken everything of true value from you and used it to bolster their false sense of self, their false reality. You would have gone without, and they would have thrown you trinkets, as though that were of any value. Maybe money, maybe dinners, things like that. Worthless things in the grand scheme of life. This is why it's so hard to come to terms with it. This is why it's so hard to see it. Because for the average person, especially for an empath, who can't even think of behaving in these ways, who wouldn't even think to treat other people this way, to be faced with someone who does it as a way of life is so confounding. It's so unbelievably confounding. This is why sometimes I think about the people that I used to spend time with, both the narcissist and I knew. You know, nice people. But like many, they have a very uninformed idea of what evil looks like. We all do, let's be honest. We were all brought up with these dastardly and motley kind of ideas about what a villain looks like. They'll be unkempt, they'll be dirty, they might be like begging in front of a shopping centre, or they'll be like doing burnouts in a car park, or maybe they'll be making noise at the pub and getting into punch-ups. I'm not saying these people don't have problems, but this is the kind of image that we're given to represent what is antisocial, not good for the community. This is a bad guy. But the truth is, the really, really bad guys, they don't look like that at all. They look good. They have the nicest, biggest smiles. They're fun to be around. They dress well. They're clean, mostly. This is where the true darkness, the true potential for harm lies. It's hidden in plain sight. So when we get a glimpse of it, smiling at us, looking us straight in the eye while stabbing us in the back, can we blame ourselves? Can we blame ourselves for not just getting the picture, not just getting the message like this? It's so contrary to what we were programmed to understand. Believe me, if you're in a relationship with someone who is overtly problematic, you know to get out. It looks correct. It looks like, oh, this is a problem. I'm supposed to leave. But when it smiles and nice clothes, and the heart of the party and the social butterfly, and then subtly by subtly, things don't seem to add up. This is the inversion. This is the contravening that is so unbelievable and so hard to understand. To hold someone so close and do so much good for them, and then to turn around systematically, time after time, do worse to you than anyone else has ever done in your life, including strangers. Who can understand this? It's not easy for the mind. This is why we need to give ourselves grace. This is why we need to give ourselves understanding as we try and process that we're being made to look at something so unnatural. That our very attention to it, that we must give in order to protect ourselves, our very attention to it is painful. Because it reveals to us what really is possible in humanity, what really goes on, what's really occurring in the shadows that nobody wants to admit, and that it's happening more frequently than anyone suspects. That it's happening to your friends, to your family, it's happening to you. And yet, almost nobody understands it, nobody knows, and nobody will believe you. If you understand what I'm talking about, if you realize and recognize in yourself the fact that it has been difficult for you to come to terms and understand and extricate yourself from a narcissist grip because you just couldn't believe what was happening to you. You couldn't believe what you were seeing. You couldn't reconcile the levels of dysfunction, of scapegoating, of gaslighting, of breadcrumbing, if you just could not, it just didn't fit in like a puzzle piece in one day, and that you paid for that, and that you had to live through a lot of pain because you couldn't come to terms with that and just write this person off who told you they loved you. I want you to forgive yourself, because try and understand that you've demonstrated how much love that you have in your heart, and how much you believe in reciprocity, in truth, in goodness, and how you see it in others. And when it's painfully shown to you that it isn't there, it's not easy for you to accept. It's not easy for others to accept either, and that's why they don't believe you. We were never meant to see this kind of inversion. We were never meant to be faced with so much that breaks instead of builds. It's a muscle. It's a muscle that you painfully find the location of, and then you start working hard on it. Being able to see this stuff and realize what you're looking at and the truth that this is real. It's okay not to feel comfortable with inversion. It's okay to feel shocked and saddened by it. And even though that's super uncomfortable, it says a lot about who you are. It says a lot about the fact that you're not willing to join that camp. It says that you're choosing a higher way, a better way, even if it's hard. And that's laudable. You keep doing that. If today's message resonated with you, please do give us a like, maybe share with anyone who might find this valuable, and consider subscribing. Till next time.